This is a huge week for the Indianapolis Colts. They got 5 games left, 3 of them inside the division. They're tied for the lead in the division, and the team they're tied with, they play this week at their place, and the Colts haven't won a game down there since 2014. We'll see if they can get it done. Here's Shane Steichen talking about those challenges.
All right, looking forward to the opportunity to go down to Jacksonville this week. They're playing good football, so it'll be a hell of a challenge for us. One we're definitely looking forward to getting back on the practice field and getting ready for our opponent.
Was it familiarity? How much of the familiarity that Blake has with Brian play into the decision to sign him?
Yeah, I thought Blake had a really good workout, so we're excited to add Blake to the fold. He's done some good things in New Orleans, and so we're excited to have him. Yeah.
Well, what did you notice about Jacksonville? They haven't been a big topic of discussion nationally this year. What did you see them do?
I think when you watch them, they fly around. I think they're doing a good job in all 3 phases. Offensively, I think interesting. Offensively, Trevor Lawrence is doing some good things. ETN's a hell of a runner. They're doing some good things there. And then defensively, Hines Allen, I think, he just broke the record for most sacks in franchise history there. So a lot of good things, a lot of respect for them in all 3 phases. Their return game's good. So got to be on our details. Everything, the urgency, the energy's got to be great this week going down there.
Same practice plan for Daniel this week?
Yeah, he'll be good to go. Yep.
Limited to that full.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he'll be good. We're going to conduct a walkthrough today, so I'll refer to the injury report on that. But yeah, he should be good.
Shane, so much of, like with the kicker, it's I think you mentioned it and even maced it, is trust. You've got to trust on how your game plan and all that. How does the kicker that you've not had gain your trust then?
Well, I think you got to do it in practice. Obviously, you watch the tape and what he did in New Orleans. Got a big leg, he does some good things, so we're excited to see him here in practice and then be ready to roll from there.
When you guys made that decision yesterday, and I know the PATs of the last couple games have loomed large with Michael. Blake's been perfect on PATs this year, kind of struggled on field goals. How did you guys ultimately weigh the decision to bring someone in when there's obviously probably not a perfect decision?
Yeah, I know it's always tough when you make those decisions. Like I said before, I love Badgley. I love Badgley the person, and sometimes you got to make tough decisions like that. And we're excited for Blake, and his opportunity.
You guys always talk about like it's every week you don't feel momentum, that kind of thing. When you lose 3 or 4, is it difficult to keep the team from feeling that kind of?
I don't, because I think we got the right guys in the locker room. You know what I mean? There's going to be ebbs and flows in every NFL season. You got to stay steady through the ebbs and flows, and especially when you get in December. Obviously, there's a lot on the line going into December, and we got to play at our best. Our urgency level's got to be there. Our guys are great. Team meeting was good this morning. We're looking forward to that opportunity of going out and improving every week. And every opportunity we get, we've got to try and take advantage of it.
Is it one of those things where if you get stuck in, we've lost 3 or 4, that kind of thing, that's how you deepen it?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose games, you don't want to lose games. You're going to have these games that come down to the 4th quarter. A lot of these games are going to come down to the 4th quarter, and you got to find ways to win them at the end. It comes down to about 3 or 4 plays, these tight games. We've had 5 tight games this year. We've won 3 of them, lost 2 of them. And so at the end of games, we got to find ways to win those tight games, moving forward.
Do you talk about the streak at all?
What's that?
Streak?
I do not. All I know is that we play Jacksonville this week, and we're excited for that opportunity.
I know you told us on Monday that you expect Sauce to miss some time. Is there any more clarity? Is he definitely out on Sunday, or where do you guys?
Yeah, he's rehabbing. He's feeling good right now, but yeah, he'll probably miss some time. Yeah.
Shane, any chance Anthony returns this year?
I don't know. We're hopeful for that. You know what I mean? He's just resting his eye right now, and when that time comes, I'll let you guys know for sure.
It looks like the forecast is rain in Jacksonville. It's only Wednesday, so who knows? But how do you prepare for that?
You do wet ball drills in practice and stuff with the quarterbacks and the receivers. And going down to Jacksonville, playing there a whole bunch of times, coaching there, obviously, through my career. And I feel like it's never a steady rain down there. It might be pregame rain, it might be a quarter of rain, and then it stops. So we just got to be ready to adjust, throughout the game on how that goes.
I've gotten a lot of questions about Anthony. I guess probably because Daniel's hurt, but fine. But can you just get any clarity to what the issue is there? I guess that thing is it takes a while to heal. Is that basically what it is?
Yeah, it's an eye issue, and so we're just waiting for that to get clearance. You know what I mean? Obviously, anytime you're dealing with an eye, you want to make sure he's got full vision in that eye. And he's resting it right now, and once he's clear to go, I'll let you guys know.
So he's not even cleared to practice yet. I mean, not practice, but
Correct.
do much on field stuff.
Yeah, he's just doing some stuff in the weight room right now, getting back into it, but that's where it's at.
On the tryout yesterday, the guys that you guys choose to bring in, is that Chris? Is that you? How does that?
Yeah, Chris and his staff handle that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's some folks that had questions about bringing Justin Tucker in, knowing his background. Why did you guys ultimately want to bring him to the facility?
We wanted to bring him in, talk to him, see him work out, see him kick and stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, we went with group, and we're excited for group.
Shane, did you get any clarity from the league on some of the calls from Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into that. We're moving on to Jacksonville, and you know, things happen in games sometimes that you can't control, and you got to move on, and that's the way football is.
Does Carlisle have a chance this week or not?
Yeah, we'll see how the week progresses, but he's doing well.
What stands out to you about King Moore, like, I guess off the field, just how he's wired?
Yeah, I think he does everything the right way. He kind of embodies the character, what we look for in a Colt. What he does in the community with his charity is very impressive. So I can't say enough good things about Kenny, the person he is in the building, outside the building, helping out young kids and the community and all the stuff he does with his charity. Like I said, it's pretty impressive.
You guys haven't really been a big push team. What are the reasons behind why you previously stopped at it here?
Yeah, I think it's something you got to work at a lot. You know, I mean, some teams do it around the league. Obviously, Philly does it at a high level. You know, I think it's certain looks that you can get, whatever it is, whether how teams are playing it. But teams have success sometimes not doing the push as well too, and just sometimes if you're not all up in there, they're not all up in there, and you have success doing it. I don't know. I think there's a lot that goes into it, and I think it's the repetition too. It is hard to rep the QB sneak in practice. A lot of teams, you know, it's a lot of walkthrough stuff that you got to do because it is a lot of bodies banging in there. So yeah, to answer that question, I think it's a team by team basis on how they feel about it.
Is it just a muff or a snap with Tyler on?
Yeah, we just think it's out there on that one. Yeah.
Shane, earlier in the year, Daniel was in the conversation tied, but he's not there now. Not that MVP level is kind of the borderline of where he has to play, but what's changed?
I think it's an NFL season. I mean, you're going to have highs and lows, and I think he's still been playing great football for us. Obviously, through the first 8 weeks, he was at an MVP level, and I still think he's playing at a really high level. I think he's top 10 in almost every category still around the National Football League for the quarterback position, and I think he's still playing really good ball for us.
Shane, Alec has just been the guy, it seems like the last few games. What do you credit him taking that to the next level?
I think it's work ethic. I think the way he goes about his business every day, the detail that he puts into the route, the questions that he asks. I think Reggie does a great job with him, getting him prepared each and every week. And he's making a ton of plays, the contested catches. He's been doing that his whole career, but the intermediate stuff, the different things we're able to do with him now, he's taking great strides, you know, in all those areas.
Is there any kind of like motivating factor for other guys when they see Daniel go out there, you know, less than 100%, put it on the line? I mean, just how do you think that impacts other guys?
Oh yeah, I think it's a huge impact. I mean, when a guy's out there dealing with an injury, it just shows the toughness and what he's willing to put on the line for the guys, and I think that shows the guys how much he cares, that he wants to be out there with them and playing, still playing great ball, and so it's pretty impressive to watch.
I think Fox had it where they said like his college roommates created something, some 3D printed cast, whatever, to help him with his legs. So that in mind, what are your college roommates up to? Would you trust them with something like that?
Absolutely. Well, I went to UNLV. I'm not a Duke graduate, so it's quite nothing against. I love my alma mater, but Duke, there's a high level IQ there, and so I did hear about all that, how they made the 3D printing stuff for guys and players. I guess there was a couple of players there that were walk-ons that were like, hey, what if we do this and create this system? And they've been doing good. I think they're doing stuff for the NBA, and they're doing a whole bunch of different things, you know, with the mask and all that stuff. So it's pretty impressive.
And
A couple more.
there goes you being the commencement speaker at UNLV.
Do you stress or point to any numbers of like divisional importance in a game like Sunday? I mean, to your team, you point to anything of like, guys, the magnitude of this game is here, or is it just? No?
To me, it's each and every week. I just talk about getting better and executing at a high level instead of talking about numbers. You know, we got a tough task ahead of us. You know, we're going to get their best shot. We're going to give them our best shot. It's going to be a hell of a football game, and we got to go execute.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure whether Shane Steichen has taken the right tack in dealing with a game like this. You've got a game against the Jaguars. This is an important game, and you have got to be ready to play at an urgent level. You got to raise your game a little bit And what Steichen continues to talk about is how this team needs to be about the process. It needs to be about getting better today than it was yesterday. All right, but what they really need to do is they need to win this damn game. That's what they need to do.